I have been talking about hormones for so long. I think they are critical for some people. And I want to talk about what is going to help you finally get to sleep. Yeah. This is actually for women and men, mostly for women, though. So, what is it? Progesterone. Yeah, progesterone. When I have women that come to me and they say, I cannot sleep, what can I take? I've been trying Unisom and Benadryl and benzodiazepines and you name it, antidepressants like trazodone, like all these things they're trying and nothing's working. And they're perimenopausal or menopausal. So perimenopause, right, the years leading up to menopause, so they could be in their mid to late 30s and up, and then menopause, 50s and up. And then you've got your postmenopausal women, 60s and up, right? And it's progesterone. And I come back to this because you see so many videos online. Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? What's going on? Well, I can tell you, if you have a uterus and you're taking estrogen, you really need to take progesterone also. Talk to your doctor about this. I'm just going to educate you all about progesterone today. We're not going to go deep into the science because there's plenty of videos out there about that. But I can tell you what I tell my patients is, oh, you're not sleeping well? Oh, your progesterone is low because we've tested them and they have all the symptoms of low progesterone, which would mean increased anxiety, panic attacks, worry, insomnia, brain fog, all the symptoms of low progesterone, especially waking up in the middle of the night. I'll throw in night sweats in there too, waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. and they can't get back to sleep. I get alarm bells ringing like they're low in progesterone. Yeah, for sure. So if you have a uterus, you definitely want to be on progesterone if you're on estrogen. I'm not going to get into estrogen on this video. I'll do a separate video about that. But yeah, that's the number one thing. If I have a woman come to me and they're saying, I can't sleep, and I'm like, we're going to check your progesterone levels. Now, I'm not talking about a woman that's in their 20s or early 30s. Like, I'm talking about usually the women over 35, right? So if their progesterone levels are low, we talk about progesterone. And why do I keep holding up this bottle, right? Well, because I have found in my clinical practice that patients do more patients do better, they have more effective outcomes when they're on the oral prometrium or compounded progesterone capsules or even lozenges. When I don't really see a lot of efficacy with the topical creams. I know they're out there. I know when I started learning about hormones years and years and years ago, I kind of dabbled in that and I was really sensitive. I think it worked like mildly for some people and myself included. But I would never get any improvement with the insomnia part or the anxiety or the panic attacks. But then once you add in the oral form, again, lozenges or capsules, that's when I would see benefit. And can I tell you, when my patients run out of progesterone, they call me on the phone, they're like, I've got to get a refill. I'm not sleeping at all again. Like it's night and day. And there's receptors in our brain for progesterone, very similar to the receptors that will accept benzodiazepines, like you've probably heard of Valium, Xanax, lorazepam, clonazepam, temazepam, like all the benzos that help with sleep. Well, instead of taking all that stuff, just taking a bioidentical natural progesterone is the way to go. It's so helpful because without good sleep, healthy aging it's just not a thing. One of the hallmarks or the pillars of healthy aging is getting really good sleep. Health coach Erin on our channel, she does a whole video about healthy sleep. I recommend you watch that because it kind of goes through some sleep hygiene and things that are really important for us to think about. So give that a watch, but talk to your doctor about progesterone. And if you've been worried about getting on a hormone, I mean, these things are monitored. We do yearly ultrasound screenings and thermography and just, MRIs, keeping an eye on healthy breast tissue and watching lab work and doing physical exams to make sure everything is fine. But there's a lot of data now on progesterone and how beneficial, like any side effects. No, the benefits definitely outweigh. And I can tell you myself, I do not wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning anymore when I'm on progesterone. I find that I don't even have to take it every night anymore. Like I'm 7 years past official menopause now. So I find that I can really see what my body kind of jives with. I have patients that do that too. They now know how they feel on hormones and what works and what doesn't. So I'm not going to give you like, here's the dose you should be on and what you should do. No, talk to your doctor about that, but also make sure that your doctor understands hormones. Yeah. And I have a lot of women that have improvement with their anxiety when they just have like these worries and that just don't make any sense. They come out of nowhere since being on menopause. And that's why I call progesterone the laid back hormone, because it really does make us feel rested, relaxed. Yeah. And sleep much better. So I love that about progesterone. So that was a short word on that. Thanks for being here on Vitalize Health Partners. And if you want more information, you can see our website, vitalizehealthpartners.com.